Donald Trump is still furious at Twitter for fact-checking him the other day for the first time in years. I mean, after hundreds and hundreds of lies this man has told on Twitter, possibly thousands, Twitter finally comes along, and for one little tweet, they say, like, hey, get the facts here. He lied about this. So one time, out of potentially thousands of lies, Twitter decides to very subtly call him out for it. Trump throws a massive tantrum, has a complete meltdown. So today we get an executive order from the president trying to rein in and effectively destroy the neutrality of social media websites. This executive order would allow for the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, and the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, to investigate claims of political bias at social media outlets. So if you think Twitter is shadow banning you because you're a conservative, you can file a complaint and the federal government's going to have to go and investigate it now. If you're mad that Diamond and Silk's page got removed from Facebook, you can file a complaint. And then the federal government, with your tax dollars, is going to have to investigate why Mark Zuckerberg took out Diamond and Silk's page. This, it's really hard to talk about this with a straight face because it's so dumb. Not just because of what the order does, right? But because it's so illegal for the president to do this that it's shocking he's even bothering with it, folks. This isn't going to hold up in any court across the country, no matter how many conservatives it's packed with. This is very, 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 very clearly a violation of the First Amendment. The federal government does not have any power whatsoever to regulate the politics or policies of the private businesses. They simply don't. Because if they do, then suddenly that baker out in middle America that didn't want to make a cake for the gay couple, you can't do that anymore. See, like, it's a slippery slope. It's not going to fly. Twitter is not doing anything to punish conservatives over liberals. Facebook is not doing that either. It's just that conservatives are a little bit whinier about it when they're the ones who get banned or blocked or whatever, suspended. So they go out there and they cry, piss, and moan because Republicans are a bunch of little babies. Democrats don't typically do that. So nonetheless, that's what's happened. So we get this executive order. The president thinks he can rein in the powers of these social media giants for things that aren't even true, by the way. That's the craziest part here. These things that the president thinks are happening aren't even actually happening. Right? We've had studies about this. We've had reports on this. It's not true. But just imagine if the president got this pissed off and worked up over, 100,000 people dying from COVID-19 here in the United States. Wow. He got fact-checked once. We got an executive order 2 days later. 100,000 people have died in the pandemic just in the United States. And he's saying reopen the country. Who gives a crap? Wow. Shows you where this psychopath's priorities lie. That's what he is. He is a psychopath. There is no question about it. He checks off the boxes. This man is a psychopath. And all that he has done since becoming president of the United States has been to protect his fragile male ego. Twitter heard it the other day. So now he's lashing out and trying to hurt them in return. But all that's going to happen is a very well-publicized legal battle where, in the end, the president's going to be told that he violated the Constitution. May take us a while to get there. I don't imagine it would take more than a year, though, considering the importance of this executive order. But all along the way, the president's going to claim that he's been censored, he's been attacked, and he is being treated just very unfairly by these companies. None of which, by the way, will be true. Trump is violating the Constitution with this executive order, and there is very little question about it. Legal scholars over the last few hours have already come out and agreed with that point. There's no way this thing stands, but if it helps Donald Trump sleep a little bit better tonight and maybe stop whining for an hour, then sure, go ahead and issue your executive order. We'll dismantle it tomorrow.